And thoughts on the race at Lincoln Park?
The fact that there should be more wing sprint car races in Indy after last night.
I have to agree with you on that one. What would you say the highlight was for you?
Qualifying. It was like your typical Putnamville, like was slick to a curve, and like the first half, like they just were able to just like hammer it down and bang the curb, and like the last half they had to like finesse the curb a little bit because it got really tall and fast. So,
did anything surprise you about last night?
No, I mean I've been to enough wing sprint car races, like nothing really jumped out at me. So, but other than the fact that like it was just a really good show. They had 35 or so cars.
That was a solid turnout, I thought.
Yeah, so I mean,
middle of the week.
Yeah, and the stands were full, so can't really complain about that at all.
Yeah, it was, especially on Tuesday.
No.
Lincoln Park was good.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned early that the bottom was too wet. I didn't know that it was ever going to widen up, but it was a great race.
It was.
Really good race, yeah. I felt bad for Justin Sanders, like, got off the top because there's like a car broke down like in his way. I mean, never went yellow. And the car like pulled off at the last minute, but what are you going to do?
Do you think there's any chance of more wing racing happening in Indiana after that?
I don't know. If Larson does it, yeah. But otherwise, like, I know the All-Stars said they lost money when they did the races at Circle City and Kokomo last year. That's such non-wing country. It's funny because last night I saw 2 or 3 guys that I used to IndyCar race with that I haven't seen at a dirt race in forever. And they're like, oh man, only wing race. So they wanted to come. So if there's 6 or 7 of them, they're not going to 6 or 7 probably. But I hope there would be more.
Last night,
it was actually a good race. Like, it was a lot racier than I thought it was gonna be.
It was.
Track was nice. Track was actually really nice. Got dusty, which you expected, but the curb, the cushion, like it was all there. There were wing cars that were actually passing for position. So
it was.
It was what I expected it.
Nice. That was good. Do you have any track food last night?
Chicken tenders.
Yep.
Like usual.
Were they all right?
Yeah, they were setting out for a little bit. So got up there.
Were you surprised with that Buddy one?
No.
Yeah.
He's from California, right? So they run on all those. They run a lot of bull rings out in California, and a lot of the time they get pretty curved up. Sometimes they're a little rougher than tracks get around here, but that's just the nature of the tracks out there. So
that makes sense.
It made sense why the top 3 were all California sprint car drivers at one point. So they definitely excelled. I think they had a little bit of advantage dealing with the curve and stuff like that.
And Steve, before you leave, did you watch the race last night at Lincoln Park?
Yeah.
Thoughts? Takeaways?
Good race.
Do you wish there was more wing sprint car racing in Indiana?
Yeah.
I do too. Are you surprised by the winner?
No, I didn't think about him at first, but he's a good driver.
I knew that he could have had a top 5 car, but I definitely thought Courtney may have pulled it off.
He came charging.
I think his qualifying effort put him behind the 8 ball early. Regathered and got going.
Yeah. What did your overall takeaway from it?
Well, seeing a wing car on that track reminds me a lot of California.
Yeah.
Because it's just a big old curb with a super slick track. and all the Californians were in front. So.
That's what Trevor said. I didn't realize that until he pointed it out, but top 3 raced in California at some point.
I think the Outlaws need to go back.
Yeah,
honestly.
When was the last time they were there? I do remember. It was like
6-7 years ago.
Okay.
8 years ago.
14 or 15, I think they were at Lincoln Park.
yeah, I would love to see that
That'd be
action.
sweet.
After seeing like how they like really go into the turns, how fast they go. Right up on the cliff.
I mean,
the whole
there's a
time.
reason he's so good. It's like watching him compared to anyone else on that track.
Dude.
He enters the corner like
Full sense.
6 times faster. Than
Yeah. No fear, I feel like when you're going like riding the top like he is,
No
just
wall,
passing
nothing.
cars.
He just, yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same. When I was watching him last night, I was like, okay,
So that's fine.
this is why he wins all the time. Okay, got it. This is all making sense now.
Mhm.
Speedway food last night.
No. I had
Chicken tenders and fries.
How were the chicken tendies?
Oh, they were good as always. They're so
Nice.
good. You didn't have any?
I
Dang.
needed to. I was hungry.
They had a couple of hot dogs that were pretty good. But I was eating them as I was running down into the infield, so it was all right. Bomber feature just finished up. Yeah, this is a pocket dog. He thinks he's going to get out the other way, but I'm going to get him this way. What are your thoughts on wing racing at Lincoln Park?
I like it. I mean, I'm kind of a wing guy coming from Northwest. We don't have non-wing. I love non-wing, and it's great, but it was cool to see a wing show too.
I forgot that you are from the Northwest, so yeah, you did. So you weren't surprised then to see the California people up front. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I've been learning.
Yeah, some small tracks there in California that race at. So the heat races, the format, was made it so there wasn't a ton of passing, but it was still exciting racing for the transfers.
Yes, yeah.
And the feature ended up with a bunch of lane choices and stuff, so it was fun to watch.
There was multiple lanes happening.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Knoxville race?
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that?
That was good. Classic Donnie just kind of used the middle towards the end.
Just doing
Snuck one out of there somehow. Yeah.
He did though. Yeah, he really did. So how was that for you? You and Lee just got back from there.
Yeah, it was really happy with how things went for the limited guys we had there.
Right.
Stings a little to be that close and lose, but I showed Lee the ins and outs of Knoxville. I think he got to do everything except for the Hawaiian Bowl. The day we were going to do the Hawaiian Bowl at lunch, we got slammed doing shocks, but he got to do Dingus. I took him to Dingus for a beer. He got the steak sandwich from the Cattlemen's Association. He got to go to Slideways. He got to go to Rib Shack. He went to Mrs. D's. Took him to Yarsma. I mean, he basically got to do everything.
He got the thing.
Took him to the museum.
Oh damn.
Taught him who Workin' Woody was. So yeah. Workin' Woody goes driving down the road last week in Knoxville, and Lee's like, "What the hell's that thing?"
Steve, what do you remember about working Woody? How would you describe it?
Homemade panel truck.
Homemade panel truck.
I think it was built off like a Willys Jeep or something.
Really? Oh, you're not kidding. Working Woody.
I did. I still got more research to do. I know I seen it driving down the road, said, what the heck's that? And I got yelled at by Garrett. And
That's
pretty
right.
much everybody that passed me at Putnamville last night. Because he told Dave Sharpley. Dave Sharpley told everybody.
In California, they were on the World of Outlaw Tour for like, I don't know, 20, 25 years. And then when they retired, they gave it to their kid, and he did it for like a year or two, but he wasn't as hardcore as them. So then it sat, and then I think either the Hall of Fame or the Outlaws bought it. And it doesn't go to every race anymore, but it was at the Hall of Fame last week. Lee had no frickin' idea what it was. So before it went on the Outlaw Tour, me as a kid growing up, I would see it every week because they were from Northern California. So when they had a regular job, they went to Calistoga and Baylands and Santa Maria, all the NorCal tracks. And then once they retired, they just went on the road full time with the Outlaws as the official push truck of the Outlaws. And they like ran the push truck society. If you didn't push a car right,
So
I've seen them come unglued on more than one push truck driver because they were like, the Steve Kens are a push truck driver.
What years?
No, we confirmed he didn't.
Trevor asked me, I didn't know who it was.
You've seen it before, right, Brady? They had die cast. You could get Working Woody die cast. Like when I was a kid and you had your sprint cars, you had to have a Working Woody to push them off. Riley knew what it was.
You knew what it was?
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows what it is, but Lee and I.
Yeah, they had shirts and everything.
They had merch.
Like they would sell all these damn trinkets out of their thing. You know, sprint car stickers, necklaces, Working Woody die cast, Working Woody shirts, and they towed that thing on an open trailer behind like a motorhome that looked like what Uncle Eddie had in the movie. No.